So welcome back to another video from Ashben. Today we've got this extra long, extra high Mercedes Sprinter. We've previously built this a while ago for a customer. So let's have a look inside and yeah, see what's in.
So welcome inside this extra long wheelbase, extra high Sprinter, as Ashley have already mentioned. Quite a big build in here. This build was done, I think, in 2021. I think this build was done. Quite a unique build to Martin. Had a very massive input on this build. He's a returning customer. He's having a four-wheel drive version of this build. So this vehicle is coming up for sale. We've just got a little bit of prep to do to get it ready, but this vehicle is going to be up for sale from us. So to start from the outside then, we have got two outside lights on the van. He's got the electric Fiamma awning on there because it's a high van. He didn't want to be messing around with the big pole and stuff, so he's got the electric awning on there. It's also got electric doors on there as well, so you can just stop that and then press it again and then it'll send it back or shut in, which is quite a nice option because they are a big door, those. So as you come then into the van, it is travelling 4 seats, so it's from factory, got the factory single swivel on there. The bulkhead was removed from factory when he ordered it, so these plastics are finished at here nice, so that's all done from factory. Anything that can be factory finished we always think is better than doing it retrofitting. So the front seats were reupholstered. It's got the Bentley stitch detail in there, it's got the nice cross stitch up the centre. It's got a forward facing frame, so this is just a travelling seat. This doesn't turn into a bed. The reason for that is at the back of the conversion there is some fold up benches and then there's an electric bed. The reason for the fold up benches is you can still get 2 motorbikes in the back of this van as well as sleep 4 people. Because it's such a big van, we were able to do a lot with the space. As you come into the van, we've got the 8 litre under counter fridge here, which is accessible from either from the outside or from the inn, which is quite handy to have there really, just because, you know, if you're getting beers out when you're barbecuing or whatever, you've got your thing, your beers are there. And then as you come in, I'll do a talk about the kitchen, but because it's the high roof, we've got the top lockers, and then we created these handy little pockets that are just handy for putting bits in that you don't want to always be opening a door. You can just grab it out, but because we had the extra height we were able to create a lot more storage. So the storage in this van is massive, especially to say you can get 2 motorbikes in there as well. There's a lot of space in here, but yeah, I'll show you around in the inside. So as we're inside the vehicle, we have got built-in microwave. And then around the back here, we've got an oven and grill, and that's a 30 litre oven and grill, so it's a big oven and grill. And then we've got the standard sink and double hob in here. All at nice heights. It feels massive. Little bits of storage, all dotted around everywhere. Storage underneath the oven. Storage here, nice little cutlery drawers here. It's got the standard wet room in there that's just got the bench toilet and shower tray. That's just a very standard, you know, option in there. Here there is, I remember building this and it was quite a faff to sneak in a TV. Tongue's coming out, which means I'm concentrating when you get around it. So you can have the TV watching it from up there, or then when the bed's down you can bring said TV into here and watch TV in bed. So you've got one TV, serves both purposes inside the vehicle, which is handy because I always feel like TVs take up a hell of a lot of space inside a van, and to be able to just sneak it inside there on that little drawer and then tuck that in. Beautiful, hidden. Yeah, like I say, head height's massive. It's got the max fan as well, which is really good for obviously getting the heat out or getting rid of moisture, etc. Yeah, wardrobes, plenty of hanging space on the bottom and shelves on the top. And I say, for an old build, it's really stood the test of time, which is good because it just means that the products last. You know, this van's had, it's not been overused, you know, like most camper vans are not, but you know, it's definitely, you know, standing strong, so which is a good sign. And Martin's having another one from us, which is a good sign, which means that we've obviously looked after him enough for him to want to have another one built by us, like so. But yeah, get around the back. There's a bit more to show you around the back. So as you can see in the back of here, we've got bench seats. So Martin was the first person that approached us about having, he wanted an electric bed with bench seats in the back, but be able to then make it so that they're removable or fold out the way so that he can then get 2 motorbikes in the back of here or 1 motorbike. So he wanted it to be a dual purpose vehicle. So he wanted it to be a nice camper van for his family. And then if he was going out on his bikes or whatever, he could put his bikes in the back and go out and do it. So this was the very first version that we did of this, but I think we did a decent job. So to turn it from lounge to garage, if you like, what you have to do is you just pick that backrest cushion up and out the way. The base cushion will fold up out the way, and then we've got poppers on there, and then you just pop your backrests on. So they're then out the way. There is split pins in here, but I've already removed them, but they'll then just slide back, and then you can said pin. It's just slide that in, which will then prevent that from sliding out and hitting your prize position motorbike. And then that slides in there. Underneath this as well is the water tank. So the water tank is internal in here. The only thing that's external is the waste tank. So you've not really got to worry about anything freezing in the winter. So you can use it all year round, and you don't have to worry about, you know, your tank's freezing underneath. You can isolate the external waste into the drain on the fresh tank internally. So there's physically no water outside, because obviously if the tap cracks, then your water's going to drain out anyway once it thaws. So yeah, you'd repeat that process on this side, which I suppose we can do. I've not took any pins out on this side yet. This is raw. Fold that up. Pull these pins out. Again, just to stop it from moving around. Slide that in. And then if you're in transit, obviously you'd put your pins back in to stop them from coming out. And then get the backrest cushions. Just pop them on there. Pop your poppers in. And then you've got a nice big open area that you're going to get 2 bikes in, because your handlebars are going to be here. They're going to be out the way. And then creates a massive space. You can also, if you wanted to, because the bed will come down, you can have the bikes in, how we've designed it. Oh yeah, I appreciate that went loud. And then you can drop the bed. And then the bed will pass them cushions. I've just popped the tables up here to get them out of the way. And then your bed drops down here, so then you've got massive head height for your bed. Your bed's nice and solid, decent sized bed that you can leave your bed in on. You've not got to mess around with that or anything. It's literally just a case of dropping it down, climbing in bed. You can have this bed anywhere, you know, in the height. So if you wanted it up a bit higher, if you said got your motorbikes in, you could have your bed set around probably about here. So you've still got your bikes in, and you can sleep above your bikes, so you're not going to get your bikes out when you're travelling and you want to have a sleep, which is, you know, it's really good, real versatile van. You can do many things with, really. And then just set that back up. It does stop automatically. I just want to make sure that I get it just as high as possible. It will go a little bit higher and stop on the automatic motor sensors. In here we have got an inverter and a massive lithium battery. Can't remember the size of it. I think it's about 400 amp hour, this battery, so it's got a massive battery in there. And that's the water tanks are underneath there, and it's got the gas combi boiler, and it's also got undermounted LPG tanks. It's got a 30 litre LPG tank underneath the van as well. So the spec on this van's massive. There isn't really anything that you'd need to add, or you'd feel like you were missing if you were to purchase this vehicle. It's always been serviced by Mercedes. It's full service history, Martin's looked after it, you know, nevertheless. So, but yeah, cracking van.
So let's do a little tour of the outside of the van. Obviously down here we've got the all-terrain looking wheels with the all-terrain tyres. As we move back, only like create the light in your awning once your awning's out, and on this one it's got the added bonus of the electric awning, which makes it a lot less effort when you want to create the awning, the extra space. As we move down the van, full panoramic privacy glass windows, which makes it look quite nice. Down here, external shower point, and then behind that, external barbecue point. As we move round the back, barn door privacy windows, and as Ben probably mentioned, the garage area. So these make the bed, 2 benches, which also makes a double bed. Electric bed above that, so you've got your 4 berth here with your 2 beds. And then also once these lift up out of the way, you've got this quite a large space for such as like motocross bikes or road bikes or whatever preference, whatever you're using really. As we move round to the service side of the vehicle, which is generally always on this offside, driver's side, we'll start at the back. We've got the 240 mains hookup. Below that, we've got the wastewater drain tap. Behind that, freshwater fill point for the tank. As we move down, toilet exit to get rid of all your toilet waste. In front of that, we've got the Truma boiler flue, and in front of that, we've got the LPG fill point for the underslung LPG tank. Yeah. So yeah, it's a nice looking vehicle, this, yeah. For a customer. Here we've got the toilet exit, which is locked. I'm up on that. So thanks again for watching. As previously mentioned, this van is up for sale. It's obviously Mercedes Sprint extra long, extra high with 44,000 miles on a 2021, and the customer's wanting 70,000 including the VAT. So if you want any more details, please get in touch. And yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.